and welcome back to the Single Mother's Life. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been rocking with me for a while, thank you so much. My name is Latarsha, certified life coach, single mom empowerment coach. And in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 things that will make a single mother's life better. So stay tuned. If you're watching me on this channel, then you're most likely a single mom like myself. I've been a single mom for the past 7 years almost, and along the way I've learned some things, I've made some mistakes, I've learned some single mother life hacks, and I would really like to share my journey with you all. That is why single mom empowerment is my mission, and that is what we focus on here on this channel. We'll get right into the video. The first thing that a single mom must have to make her life better is an abundant mindset. We all know that our mind plays a role in our life. Our thoughts create our feelings create our actions. If we're always thinking from a place of lack, then guess how we're going to act? Guess how we're going to feel? I see a lot of single moms who are in dead-end relationships. They're in dead-end jobs. And I was one of these single moms. I've been in dead-end relationships because I didn't think that a man would want me, because I did not have an abundance mindset. I didn't think that God had created an abundance of everything in this world, and what is supposed to be mine is going to be mine. Therefore, I stayed in the dead-end relationships, situationships, whatever you want to call them. I stayed in the dead-end jobs. I always made choices that were safe because, again, I did not believe in abundance. And when you have an abundance mindset, it means that you know what God has for you, you're going to get. That means you make better choices and you take more risks. That means that you let go of the people, of the places, of the things that means you no good, because you know that what's for you is for you. It doesn't matter that you're a single mom. It doesn't matter that you're doing it on your own. You are no different from a married woman. You are no different from a woman who has her kid's father in her life helping her. You are no different. So I don't want you to think lack because you are a single mom. Never let being a single mom cause you to be afraid to take risk. Never let being a single mom cause you to be afraid to make goals and step out to make those goals into a reality. Never allow being a single mom to make you stay in a place of lack, okay? I want to give y'all a quick story. If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I moved from Alabama to Texas. It's almost been 4 years. I do plan on doing a 4-year update. So if this is your first time watching and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Also, feel free to connect with me. My Instagram is here, my Facebook is here, and check the link in the comments for more ways that you can connect with me. But I moved from Alabama to Texas 4 years ago, and it was something that I always wanted to do, but the timing wasn't right. And even though the timing wasn't right, I never gave up on the dream to move to Texas. So it didn't happen the first time I said it or planned it. It didn't happen the second, third, fourth, or fifth. But guess what? One day it eventually happened, and guess why it happened? It happened because I had an abundance mindset. It happened because I did not think that I could not do it because I was a single mom of an 8-year-old boy. It happened because I did not think that I would get to Texas, and because I didn't have any family here that I wouldn't make it. I came here with faith, a vision, and an abundance mindset. I knew what I was coming after, which was a better life for me and my child, more opportunities, new scenery. That was the vision of me moving to Texas, and that is the reason I did it. And that is the reason I'm here talking to you 4 years later because of my abundance mindset. I did not allow being a single mom to stop me. I did not allow it to alter me. I did not allow it to deter me. But that leads me to the second thing a single mother must have to make her life better, and that is her faith. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross and was raised on the third day for my sins and for your sins. I do understand that everybody who watches me is not of the Christian faith. I do understand that there is different types of faith out there, but I do believe in Jesus Christ. So you'll hear me talk a lot about Christian faith, about Jesus, the Son of God. You'll hear me talk a lot about that. But whatever your faith is, make sure that you let it play a big role in your life. As a matter of fact, faith should have been number one, right? Because faith is what causes us to have an abundance mindset. Faith tells us that because we don't see a way, doesn't mean that there is not a way. Faith tells us that with God, all things are possible. With man, it may be impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Faith tells us that we are not alone. We are never alone. We may be single mothers, but when we have our faith in God, our faith in Jesus Christ, then we know that we are never alone, because his word tells us that he will never leave us nor forsake us. I know that is one scripture that I keep at the front of my mind and my heart, is that God is always with me. He will never leave me nor forsake me. Even though most of the time I mess up, I don't get everything 100% right, but God knows that we are human. God knows that we are going to make mistakes. He's the beginning from the ending. So sometimes, no, all the time, we definitely have to use our faith to see the ending from the beginning. And it also helps us to not despise small beginnings. Make sure your faith plays a big role in your life. Put your faith at the top of your life, at the top of your to-do list. Make sure that you are spending time with God, with the Father. Make sure you are spending time in prayer, because prayer is what strengthens us as single moms. And believe it or not, sometimes when you feel like you cannot go on and you pray and you allow God to take over your cares, then that is what is going to strengthen you and help you to make it through another day. And we take this thing day by day, okay, ladies? As single moms, we got to take it day by day. The third thing that a single mom must have to make her life better is good credit. I think we underestimate the power of good credit, ladies, especially as single moms. And I think we underestimate it because we wasn't taught about the power of credit in school. You know, the schools only teach us one way. They teach us to graduate high school. They teach us to go to college. And in order to go to college, many of us had to take out loads of student loans, which is debt to us, and we're indebted to the government because of those student loans. Many of us, we did not graduate college, so we still have to pay that money back. Many of us, we did graduate college, but we are not making enough money to pay the student loans back. And a lot of us, we are making the money to pay the student loans back, but inflation is causing a hole in our finances, especially when we have one income. The schools did not tell us that, okay, you need to focus on building credit. You need to maybe start a business so that you will be eligible for all the tax write-offs. You can focus on getting a trade so that you don't have to get all of the student loans. They don't tell us that, and it's okay. And a lot of our parents didn't tell us that either because they didn't know. And a lot of our parents did tell us, but did we listen? No. I know my mom always told me, don't get a credit card. Don't get a credit card. Don't get a credit card. Now, this wasn't 100% correct, but I do understand her logic behind it. You should not get a credit card until you are able to be responsible with that credit card. But credit cards is what builds good credit. I had to learn this the hard way. I've lived in places I didn't want to live because of bad credit. I've settled at car lots because of bad credit. I've had rainy days and I didn't have, credit cards as an emergency fund because I've had bad credit. And when I did get credit cards, the interest rate was really high, and it was the bottom of the barrel credit cards. There was so many things in my life that I wasn't able to accomplish because I had bad credit. There were so many things in my life that I had to settle for because I had bad credit. So as single moms, it is very important that we begin to work on our credit. And I know that sometimes it can be overwhelming. I do know sometimes that you don't know where to start, but it's really not as hard as, we make it. It takes a little time and a little patience to get the knowledge that you need, and you can really repair your credit on your own. If you would like more help with your credit, then feel free to check the description below. The fourth thing a single mother must have to make her life better is a support system. Now, I did a video years ago, about 2 years ago, about why a single mother doesn't need a support system. You can check out that video here. It was one of my most watched videos, and it was one of my most controversial videos as well, as far as the comments go. I really need to update that video. But a lot of single moms misunderstood what I was saying. I wasn't saying that you don't need a support system, but I was saying that you should not make people your everything as far as a support system. Your first support system should be God. With you having God as your first and foremost, God is going to place the correct support system in your life. Sometimes we choose the wrong people. Sometimes we get angry at people because they cannot be there when we need them to be there. Sometimes we get angry at people because we think they should be there for us, when in reality, no one is really entitled to be there for us. We laid down with our kids' fathers and had our kids on our own. It takes two, not three, not four, not five, not your kids' dad's mom, not their aunties, not their uncles. So we really cannot get angry at anyone if they have a life of their own, if they have responsibilities of their own, and they cannot be there for us. That's why it's important to have God first and foremost, and to seek God, and He's going to bring everything else and everybody else in your life that you need. So it's important to ask God for a support system. Ask God to put people in your life who can encourage you, who can motivate you, who can inspire you, who can be there for you when you need them. And let's not forget that you also have to be a support system for them in return. It's not one-sided. It has to be two-sided. It has to be a mutual relationship, because of course we must do to others as we want them to do to us. So if you're not ready to offer support to someone, then you may not be ready for God to bring support into your life. But you must have a support system, and you get your support system by relying, depending on, trusting, and asking God for the right support system in your life. The fifth and final thing a single mother must have to make her life better is a plan. Y'all, this is a hard one, because as we get older and we try different things in our life, We get excited about this plan. We get excited about going to college. It doesn't fall through. We get excited about buying a house. It doesn't fall through. We get excited about starting a business. It doesn't fall through as we expected. But you must have a plan. You must make daily, weekly, monthly goals to work towards that plan. Yes, life is going to throw roadblocks. Yes, life is going to throw obstacles. And sometimes it could cause us to be discouraged. And it could cause us to wonder like, okay, I keep making these plans and I keep going towards point A, but I'm unable to make it to point B. Am I ever going to be able to reach my plan? Am I ever going to be able to get a better job? Am I ever going to be successful in my business? Am I ever going to be able to relocate to a new state for me and my kids? Am I ever? I understand because I'm there all the time. But one thing you cannot do is give up. Now, sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board, but you cannot give up on your plan. This is what we don't do. We do not give up. Have a plan. Stick with that plan, girl. And work on that plan daily, monthly, and make a commitment to yourself that no matter what it takes, if it is a God-given plan, if it is causing abundance to you and your children's life, if it's going to cause a better life for you and your children, then you're not going to give up on that plan. You're going to buy the house. You're going to get a better job. You're going to increase your finances. You're going to start and be successful in that business. You're going to reach the 800 credit score. You're going to do these things because that is what God placed in your heart to do for you and your children. And what you cannot do is you cannot let the obstacles and the minor setbacks cause you to renege on that plan and to give up. Keep a plan. I love psychology, y'all. And I'm always reading the psychology blogs. I'm always reading self-development books. And one thing I always see is that setting and accomplishing goals boost our confidence. That is why it's important for you to always have that plan. And that is why it's important for you to set those goals, set a deadline to reach those goals, and to crush those goals. For me, I set my goals monthly, and then every week I make weekly to-do goals. And I have to accomplish at least 5 things by the end of that week. And what this is doing is it's setting me up to be able to reach my monthly goals. Now, I know some people, they set 5-year goals, 10-year goals, but I don't, I don't do that. I know where I want to be in 5 years and 10 years. And I believe that setting the monthly goals that I set is directing me towards that 5-10-year goal. Now, I do have a vision for my life. I have written that down on paper. God says, write the vision down and make it clear. And in the near future, I do want to do a vision board party for us single mothers, but more on that coming soon. That is all I have for y'all. Again, if you want to connect with me, check the description box below. I love you all, and I hope this video helped you. If you have not subscribed yet, girl, why not? I'll talk to y'all in the next video.